Hello, and welcome to Greg Tech New Horizons. Today, I don't know when I'm going to get finished. There's a lot of stuff to work on, as always. But this finished processing. It's an important step in making wafers and ultra low power ICs that are important for these. There's a lot of stuff to work on. It's a weird recipe. It calls for lubricant as a recipe. You couldn't have gotten here without that quest anyway. But I have this line, this section of quests to work on because I need to get cam full. I need to work on the mixing as part of that. I need the mixing for the ruby work to get chrome. There's a lot of stuff. I think the starting point is the advanced cutting machine. I'm not sure. This makes wafers which help with diodes and a bunch of recipes. I think my current diode recipe is okay. It's just a gallium arsenide. It's inefficient compared to wafers. But yeah, I can't cut that. Well, I can cut that, but the quest calls for medium voltage instead of low voltage, so I have to make a medium voltage to finish the quest. There's a few parts of these quests that are a little annoying. There's a reason that there's a medium voltage recommended, but I could cut it right now. But I need both of those. Okay, I'm going back here because I was going to put benzene and I got lost. But I want to work on magic in the meantime while doing other stuff. Levers need buttons. Buttons need pressure plates. Pressure plates need this. It's such a pain. And springs need bending machines of long iron rods. It's a lot just for a pressure plate. I need to figure out how to get long iron rods. I guess fluid solidifier. Medium voltage. I would need the mold. It's kind of a pain. But I need it for the randomly getting struck by lightning when it's not even raining. Yeah, I need to sleep. What am I doing? Because if I don't sleep, it will rain. Because that, I guess, skips the storm a bit. And you can't hang glide in the storms, so. Making the mold would be easy, but I think for now I just do this. Which actually is not even more efficient. It's quicker probably to melt it, solidify the long rods, but this produces 2. Which in turn becomes 1, which is the same cost as the solidifier. The only issue is the forge hammer. which I didn't actually check if I could do it in this version, but I can. Okay, that should be enough getting sidetracked by that for now. What I need to focus is probably the centrifuge and the mixer so that I can get chrome. And once I have chrome, it will help a lot. I'll have more vanadium steel and it won't be an inefficient process anymore, or it won't be as inefficient. Did I use up all of my circuits? I guess I did. Which means that I need to make more. Which means I need more SMD resistors, which needs electrum. Yeah, have none of that. So each craft 4 per 16, so I want 16 fine wires, which should be 2. Good. Fine wires are 3. Hello. I have been making some progress. Circuit boards. How have you been in? Yeah, I got this set up, which is nice. I can process silicon to solar grade gradually. I need the... Oh yeah, those were being made on the other island. I've been multitasking magic and tech probably a bit too much. Because they keep traveling back and forth. That's probably more than enough. Okay. But I'm making progress. Can you figure what this is? Sapphire? What is the point of this process? Magnesium, vanadium, iron, aluminum hydroxide, hydrochloric. A little bit less obvious why you would run that. Yeah. I can understand that. Even having not got as far, it's harder to play it non-stop. I've been thinking of other games to play, just like other things that I've wanted to play. I'm trying to craft this. No, this. Button. Pressure plate. Assembler 2-to-1. Stone slabs. Cutting machine. I feel like I need to find another... There's probably roguelikes that I could play. Less card-based. Not, Slay the Spire. For some reason, Slay the Spire popped up on Steam recently. Some random news pop up. Oh, it's not, it's not necessary, but it could be, I find stuff interesting. Like, even if it's not something I would play, I always do think it's cool to know about stuff that exists. If you, oh, there, take one. I've been considering playing, like, it's specific. I've never finished Skyward Sword in the technically 2 times that I've tried to play it. One time was, original Wii release, where it was split 50-50 with my brother because it only has 3 save files. I've been meaning to play, like, Hades. Or Hades 2. I'm trying to stay out of the smog while this processes. Okay, that's doing well. I don't know if there's many genres that I even specifically dislike. Okay, got that. Got that. This recipe is awful. Oh, I took damage on my goggles of revealing. Medium voltage. Yes. I have actually I played that a while, like a couple years ago. I do think the traditional roguelikes are really interesting. But, like, it's been so long since I tried it, or played it really, that if I tried to get back into it, it's just kind of confusing. Because I recognize the smallest bits. And then I'm like, I should know what this means. But that could be fun though, actually. Might be fun to try to relearn how that works. This goes in the cutting machine. All this to craft a lever. Well, 4 levers, but it's a really cool game. I mean, like all those roguelikes, like more old-fashioned, not roguelike versus roguelite might be the distinction. They're kind of intentionally unclear about a lot of details as a way to make it more immersive, challenging. I can craft one. Oh, Thaumcraft, what a funny everything about it. I think I've tried very briefly Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. That one's even more obtuse is how I would put it. Obtuse might be a little bit negative, but What the heck just happened there? I went to sleep and then I woke up. What is that? Oh, that's some weird interaction. I've heard the name La Mulana. I don't know exactly what it is. I have to check. La... Wait. Yep. It's from about the time period that I would expect. Well, I'm flying right now so I can see what it is. Oh, that exact, like... Mega Man... visuals. Might be unfair to say Mega Man visuals. Probably, whichever console or system. Probably not like MS-DOS or anything, but I don't know enough about. And specifically, yeah, it's very... I don't think I've given a fair enough... I don't think I've played a huge number of those style of games. There's in terms of like, oh, there's newer games that are also very, well, newer, not new, that are hard to follow, like complex puzzles. This Fez is often, or used to be, brought up a bunch. I guess probably it was only brought up around the time where it was not... How old is it? It's not that old of a game. Yeah, 2012, that's not that old. It's not new. I don't think I play enough puzzle games where you have to actually think. Which might be leading to me not having the patience, but... I shouldn't be doing Thaumcraft, I should be doing tech. I'm just too focused on Thaumcraft. Because it's like old games that I've heard of, like Myst, classic name, easy name drop. Never played it, never even seen anything beyond its existence. La Mulana had a Kickstarter sequel. I should stop flying away. I guess 2014 would have been the era of Kickstarters. What am I? Oh, yeah, okay. Fair enough. Okay, thumb plates, screws. Pipes, amount of pipes. Yeah, I don't... Definitely need to try more. But I also need to think... Trying to think of things that are... not... super long. I don't know how long... I imagine a puzzle game is... a hard puzzle game is probably not that long if you know what you're doing, but if you don't, it could take a crazy long time. Okay, another crystalline pool. Okay, so this needs coal dust? Carbon, okay, good. And polyethylene in MV. And it's 2 per? Yes. Shoot. Oxygen gives a 50% boost. Oh, I guess I could look into that. I think it's fine for now, but in the future I should consider oxygen instead. But that quest wants me to solidify a bunch of this, so I have to save it. I guess the most recent thing that's even close to a puzzle game that I would have played would be Hollow Knight, and even then, it was only trying to puzzle out how to get through the White Palace. And that's not really the puzzling, that's the platforming. I don't have any tin over here, do I? I think I have. Yeah, it's a weird... I think it's a weird game. Yes, with the weird hand thing. Or, like, where a hand would be in a video game on the right side. Ooh, yeah, that's a puzzle. Seems like it's very perspective-based. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen it. Like I've seen basically still images of it. That's a cool one that I should... Because, yeah, I guess I must have heard stuff about it probably around the time that it would have been released. 12 years ago, almost. That's something I should note down. Mark that down. That seems fun. It looks sort of like a game that would have been... We have 10. You know, the thumbnails and whatever on the Steam page look like it's sort of in the same puzzling type as... what, The Witness? Or the spoof version of The Witness? Never played that game. I think I've seen it, but... Oh, what was the spoof Witness? I have to check because the name in my head is... Yep, The Looker. Weird name. Very spoofy of, I think, the style of The Witness. Yeah. 'Cause the only thing I know about The Witness would be that it was very, I don't know, deliberate, very specific, and I need to actually figure out what the recipe is. 3. Like, that style of game's neat. Like, things that play off of perspective and all of those. Oh, there's that, there was Viewfinder in the last few years. That's that style of thing. Ooh. That looks very Zelda inspired. But that could just be the visual aesthetic. I've not played the very old Zeldas. Actually, well, I've played Minish Cap, but that's not that old. But more, not like the original. Well, my impression of like Zelda or whatever the name of the oldest Zelda is that it's kind of, it has puzzles that are bordering at least on unreasonable, that might not even really qualify as puzzles. I guess the polyethylene's worth using here. If I want 4, I need 2 stacks of copper and 16 wood. But I mean, something made in 2024 or released in 2024 probably wouldn't go that far as to be that aggressively not. Okay, so 4 means I need half a stack. Probably, it does look kind of neat. Like different puzzling, but like limited room view, so it's kind of managed. Oh, that just reminded me of another puzzle game that's not at all the same sort of story-based thing, but what, Baba Is You. I saw its existence and I've not seen much about it beyond sort of a couple early components about moving names and stuff to manipulate the environment. Yeah, actually that's probably, I've forgotten all about Baba Is You. I should totally play that. I think that would be a lot of fun until I get stuck. But I should. That and those all seem very interesting. Some more approachable than others. 2005 La Mulana is probably less approachable than 2019 Baba Is You. Hacker-Rat. What is... Oh, it's... I can see where that's gonna be. Oh, is it a game about chasing? Well, the trailer just did a glitchy visual, which means that it's not. Oh, wait, no, they're traveling. Oh, they're chasing rabbits down puzzles with elevators. It's kind of interesting. That is very. See, now I'm gonna get into a puzzle game kick. That could be fun. I don't play enough puzzles. I am spinning wheels. What am I doing? I'm waiting for this to process. Oh, as always, I have copper foil already. This is busy. Really quickly, I need to make these things. Circuit boards. It is 2 polyethylene per, and I'm crafting 4, so I need 8 again. I'd say puzzle games are probably the easiest, these are easiest example of, hey, these are actually kind of instructional. You can learn from video games. Problem solving and all that. Well, different type of problem solving than is necessarily vital, but wait, what is the visual of... I love clicking pictures on Wikipedia and they're still like these tiny little images, even when you zoom in on them, because that's just how small the dimensions of the pixels and stuff of the original game are. Well, I definitely... Oh, am I bad at math? I'm really bad at math. I needed 32, not 16. Yeah, I think that's how I end up with a lot of, I would say, good, like, proper puzzles. Though there's some puzzles that are kind of like within Twilight Princess and most Zeldas, the puzzles are not that hard, except for the old ones where I think it seems very obscure, which I've never actually played, but there's always one puzzle that will just make me give up. This is one Twilight Princess puzzle where you're hopping around trying to get statues into the right place. Maybe I could figure it out now when I couldn't a decade ago. But there's certain types of puzzles. Oh, it's one of those types. It's like a classic, or no, it might be actually 3D as opposed to the tile movement. It's hard to tell. No, it is one of those mapping ones. It is one of those mapping types. At least the first one. Those types are really neat. Yeah. Because there's a... Oh, what is it called? I played it for a while and then I got really annoyed. Even if the story was super minor, the story really bugged me. So I couldn't finish playing it because it just bothered me too much. I can't remember the name of the game though. The whole series. It's on the Switch. Well, no, they re-released a bunch on the Switch. Very anime style. Oh, what's it called? It doesn't help that I'm trying to continue working on this. Red alloy and vacuum tubes. Okay. Need a bunch more vacuum tubes and red alloy. But there's a bunch of games in that style that are more recent. Well, not actually that much more recent necessarily. Actually, definitely not more recent. I think 2014 is kind of new enough. That's interesting. Like there's a certain thing about those dungeon types. I think I've ran into desktop dungeons. I guess I must have run into it when looking at roguelikes, because a few months ago I was looking at, got big into roguelikes for like a month or two, looking at them. Because that one, there's something about like, at least on Steam, there's like an enhanced edition that people say stuff about. Yeah. The tags, I mean, people don't apply accurate tags. I guess they're mostly talking about how you move around, seemingly? Or how, like, the stuff is laid out. Wait, this class is like half dragon and gorgon? Okay. It was... I mean, I have it wishlisted from whenever I looked at it last. I am spinning my wheels. Well, no, I'm not. I'm looking at different video games when I could be focusing on this, but... Yeah, I don't know. On Steam, I have no idea what my most played would be. I'd say overall my most played, just due to variety, would probably end up being Minecraft just because of modded, but yeah. I mean, I guess if it has a permadeath function, then I imagine it... Yes, what I need. Then maybe that it would have to be more replayable, and that wouldn't be why people call it a roguelike or roguelite. Yeah, it's so weird. Tin cable, but not copper cable. Oh yeah. So I guess that makes sense. Is it? I mean, that could even work as a fun little thing to play. Okay, what am I trying to do? I'm gonna need fluid extractor. That actually makes it, like, Minesweeper is a weird game. It makes it more appealing, kind of, to be like, oh, it's like Minesweeper of an RPG. It kind of makes it... There's a hook there. I'd say an effective hook to make it Interesting. Okay, wait, 72 is half. So I should only need 2 ingots for a stack. Copper and steel. No, wait, I'm gonna do the math wrong. I need 16, which means I only need 8. Almost messed up the basic math there. Plenty of things that I could and probably should consider. Just scrolling through what I have. Sitting there on Steam. Like Baldur's Gate 1. Super unapproachable. In my personal opinion. Really not an approachable game. Which I respect a great deal, but doesn't make it easier to play. Binding of Isaac, classic. Except not the original Binding of Isaac. Okay, give me some red alloy. Actually, I want one more. Oops, that's not what happened. Actually, I could try Darkest Dungeon again. I've played it occasionally. And then I play it for like a day or two. And then I don't play it for 2 years. Never mind, almost 4 years since I last played it. As I see the last played March 7th, 2021. I think I just am bad about my habits of wanting to save scum. Though that game I think handles... The characters are like loose enough that I don't think them dying feels like it would be awful. Like a game like Fire Emblem, or maybe XCOM. I've never actually played XCOM. Fire Emblem, the characters are actual people that have personality. Oh wait, no, I don't want that yet. But Darkest Dungeon, they just sort of exist, and they level up, they get stronger, but... I don't think I'd be as likely to feel the need to save and cheat when the entire premise is losing units here and there. You know, I must have, because Humble Bundle used to be pretty good. I must have gotten Cuphead from that, and I've never played Cuphead. It's not a puzzle, but I should definitely consider it, because that's a really well-liked game. Very popular. I'm trying to craft these, which is that, steel, and that. Wait, what? That doesn't make sense. I know it's because of efficiency for the purposes of using stuff, but 4 glass tubes making 16 vacuum tubes doesn't make any sense. Okay, so I need 16, 16, 16, and 2 of these. Crafting on number 5. I really think Baba Is You sounds fun. The sea and sky one also looked quite interesting. It's sort of like a Zelda adjacent. Because I don't know. I feel like playing a Zelda-y game could be fun. Yeah, like it looks like it's not a... Baba Is You, I think, is like a pure puzzler. There's no like world exploration. I'm pretty sure. Unless there's some twist where they reveal that you're suddenly having to explore the world, but should level this up a bit. Just go shoot some mobs. Yeah. I think that could be fun. Going from... Oh. What the heck? Yeah, it's dangerous to not know where you are. Okay, this is a bad idea. I'm alone in the dark. Poisoned by a skeleton that I can't even see. That took almost all of my HP. Wow. That's a bad idea. I need night vision if I'm going to go out in the dark. I think this could be fun. I think trying those would be interesting. Here's another... There's a lot of these that I should try. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's not good. Am I full on charcoal? No. Oh. No, that makes sense. I've been running the EBF fairly consistently. So of course my reduced creosote production can't keep up. Oh yeah, this doesn't work. I tried to test and it definitely does not work. I guess I can reconnect this guy. Yeah. I should definitely... I could put a pinned thing about it. Because yeah, puzzlers... Like... Mechanical advice in a game like Factorio, I think is always welcome. Puzzle answers in a puzzle game kind of do defeat the purpose of the game. I'd probably just think up a pinned comment to just add at the start. And then if people ignore it, they ruin a puzzle, but then... Oh no, not soldering alloy. This is where a volumetric flask would be pretty good. What? I guess I can coat a bunch of cables with rubber. What type of cable? I probably need a lot of tin and copper still. Planet? That sounds like it starts English and turns like German. Oh, so it's sort of a... That name is funny. But it looks like it must be some sort of Papers, Please-esque game. Where you have to be nice to Georgie if you want to escape. Spoilers. I think. I'm not actually sure if that's spoilers or if... I've never played Papers, Please. It's not my style of game. Oh, more escape roomy. Yeah, like the description of like, you're here to stay, so obey your superiors. Press the right buttons. Sip your daily tea, it's good for you. Does look very... Oh, but yeah, it has more movement. You can move around within the area, which makes it more escape room. Instead of just decision making, you have to actually look around. All of my silicon has been converted. Silicon is my current nightmare. Not because I need a ton of it, but because it seems like the best way right now is lazurite and or sodalite, and those convert from like 1 ore to 12. So it just takes up my entire chest over here, and I actually should deal with it properly instead of just dumping into other chests. It's my current nightmare. I guess. It's just this has the side effect of that other thing, and it's efficient, but yeah. I guess I should do that. What was the... Did I actually forget that? Do I have to turn... I then have to do the silicon dioxide to get the silicon? I guess, yeah, the magnesium loop. I forgot. I could set that up now. I just didn't... I forgot that it was a loop that only requires 2 components. Magnesia gets electrolyzed, and then you have the oxygen, then it just goes right back into the chemical reactor. So yeah, it's just a back and forth loop. That's a little simpler than... Because, I don't know, it's putting it into too solid of a term, but I categorize stuff when I see a recipe. I'm like, okay, I can't automate that. It gets categorized in the can't automate, even though realistically it can't automate right now. I might be able to make a super tank. Like the plastic fluid pipes are just polyethylene, steel, low voltage, pulsating iron, aluminum, and a pump. And I can dump all the oxygen into that for a little while. Maybe even void excess, potentially. I've got 3 power sources. I would need... Oh, no, I have 4. That should be fine. Yeah. Well, it was categorized as that in like late low voltage. So before I'd even gotten to medium voltage. I'm carrying 10 circuits, that's great. So it got improperly categorized in my head, I would say. Where's my pulsating? There it is. Oh, I know the aluminum already. Because it's like, okay, making extra machines right now feels like it would be a real pain. It wouldn't actually have been a bad choice. But now I can solidifier polyethylene into plates. Funny, fluid solidifier. And I need 6 units. Actually, I think this is sort of... Because, like, the appeal to me of a lot of... Not every game. Depends on the type. A lot of games, the appeal is learning. Like, it's the process. I guess puzzle games sort of... The entire game is that process of learning, so I probably should play them more than I do. Like, learning how the person who made them tends to set stuff up, following their design cues, how they... Because a lot of them iterate and like expand on their own ideas, and then you learn something, it feeds back in later, and you have to work with that. At least for me. I don't think I'd find Greg Tech fun if there was, this is exactly how you have to do every single step the whole way. If there was only one way to do things. But there's multiple. But that was an easy craft. I didn't expect it to be so cheap. Don't really need a super tank 2 yet. Then I was gonna convert cables so that I could move the... Ooh, wait, I can't. This fluid extractor is dedicated to benzene. Which means that if I'm trying to make soldering alloy, I should get a volumetric flask. That's a weird recipe. That's high voltage though, so I can't use that anyway. Huh? Oh, it's just the default empty size is 1K, but the max size is probably 8K. Okay. Okay, so I need borosilicate. There's actually a quest line for that. Maybe it was a further quest line. Oh no, I just don't want to waste, I need to melt down... I can just waste stuff, it's not a big issue. Melting down soldering alloy and putting it into here. But it's probably better to just accept a little bit of waste. Because the borosilicate's probably more effort than it's worth right now. Because it melts to awkward numbers, right? And I'd have to store it in a... I'd have to make a new... Well, I guess I could manipulate this. Pause it, pick up that, move it here. Store this, put it back in later. Oh yeah, that's what I had done. I just wore out mostly the right now. Minor wastes. Okay, do I have any? I don't have any. Okay. Antimony and tin. Probably all over there. I still don't know if it's antimony or antimony. I feel like antimony feels more, classic science. Wait. Okay, why am I drowning? Was there a guy down here? That's kind of a weird bug. Why am I breathing? Yeah, I shouldn't be able to breathe them underwater. But something about being affected by the drowning effect means that there's no air bubbles above my bar. And I can breathe underwater? I don't think I have anything that should let me breathe. Yeah, there's some weird bug with that infernal mob effect. Where if they start drowning, you can jump in water and breathe forever. Until you exit, and then you have to go back to normal. Weird. I do. So does this... So does a universal fluid cell... Do they handle 144? And that's the whole crafting back and forth thing? Antimony. I guess that makes sense. Because it has a different indicator. Yeah. I guess I saw the, I saw this thing here, which seemed really interesting, but I guess it's mostly for, like, really small amounts. I'm gonna figure out how to get boron anyway. These are certainly ores. Olenite. Bartworks. Bartworks has, I think, all of the really weird ores. Yeah. I don't think it's... I'm just gonna start melting now, but... I feel like just having a ton of cells, or at least a reasonable amount of cells, just with me at all times is nice. You do need to mess with that. I guess I made an assumption, which is my own fault. Don't output. I assumed that they only did 1,000, but... Wow. That's okay, that's great. I wouldn't be surprised if they explained that and I just ignored it in the quest book because I was like, oh, I know what I'm doing, but I clearly don't. Or didn't. I like my little grove of slime trees. Okay, gotta get both of those this time. At some point I really need... I mean, for like, oh, I guess it's been almost... a year and a bit, maybe. I guess I've meant to go back and go through Hollow Knight again, but try to run, what, Iron Soul or whatever it's called. So I went through, beat it, 114%. Excellent game. A sequel might never come. Oh, actually I have more SMD resistors and circuit boards. Not a very puzzle. Well, actually, no, it is kind of a complicated game if you don't cheat to know where to go. It's not really puzzles, it's just cryptic. That's a bunch of that. This was all to craft mixers and centrifuges. Those are the highest priorities right now. So I need more. Can I make SMD diodes yet? No. I'm doubtful I can do platinum. Yep. That one has... I don't know the details, I just know due to general media of its existence and that it is a good game. I guess I'd probably use up the remaining powder, right? I have to find it first. Yeah, it's not... Why did I search gallium arsenide? I was supposed to be searching animal well. My wires are crossed. I'm looking for gallium arsenide or arsenide here. Oh. Yeah, that's a bad place to have put it. If I reconvert it to this, can I process it? It's probably best to turn it back into a crystal to cut into wafers. Maybe not though. So this is 4. That's 8. And one of those is 16 diodes. If I do this, the wafer makes diodes, makes 2 diodes per wafer versus the 4 diodes. I think converting it back might not be worth it. Like, doing wafers from the beginning is better. Oh, with a better recipe, yes. I have to find the better recipe because these are sorted in weird ways. Yeah, so it is twice as good. I don't understand the organization. I guess it makes sense. It's... just... it feels like the fact that it goes 4, 2, 2, 2, 1, 4, 8 instead of lowest to highest or highest to lowest consistently. It makes sense probably. Yeah, the wafer with the fine annealed is definitely worth it. which means converting it back. I still have 2 that I make normal diodes with because I can't convert that, but don't put it back there. I will forget if I put it back there. So this gets blast furnaced on 2 with oxygen. I shouldn't put it there because it does that weird thing. I should always put it here. So that'll give me the crystal, which I can process when I get the silicon, which means that I should be cutting the monosilicon. Yeah, actually there's another, like, Metroidvania-y game that I've been meaning to play, but I tried it once, played it for a little while, and just couldn't bring myself to continue because it just felt, it was just weird. But like Lone Fungus, it was very easy to jump in ways that didn't feel intended, and then I very quickly felt like I couldn't follow the order it wanted, and that made it much more confusing. Oh yeah, it's a Metroidvania where you're a mushroom. I don't know how I heard about it. I don't remember where I found it. But it has a weird... It just feels weird. It felt very weird to play. It has crazy, like momentum jump puzzles, though. No, jump puzzles might not be the right word. Like, it has jump courses, I guess, where you have to, like, maintain momentum. You can't see what's coming ahead of you very clearly, so you have to look ahead or try it, fail, and repeat. Which wasn't my favorite. I like the potential for sight reading to exist, where sight reading didn't feel possible. Okay, so find and yield for those 32. That's pretty good. So I want to do half that for now. Okay, whip up 16 means I need a stack of fine annealed wire, cable, whatever it's called, copper wire. Yep. These craft at a rate of 4 or 8? 8. I just did this with the electrum, didn't I? I should have been able to remember that. I have to move these out to make space. Yeah, I think it has interesting things about it. I think it treats the a double jump as sort of an upward dash. So it has like a side dash and an up dash that you have to unlock. You can sort of drop a bouncy mushroom, but you can jump, hit it as you're at like the peak of your jump, and then hit it again to get a super jump straight up, which doesn't feel like it's necessarily intended. It could be. But it made it so that it seemed like you could kind of skip stuff very easily. And I fell into the trap of doing that, and then I felt lost because if it's not intentional, it makes it harder to follow the actual intended route. Ah, shoot. Wrong type. Whoopsies. That's fine, I can make it work. I can probably just get more cells. Because the full 1,000 millibuckets is inconvenient for this. If I put this, add these, convert these back, and then grab the type that I want. Oops. Ooh, that's a flip. Yeah, not even the right location. Yep. Which means I guess I need to convert one of these guys and grab that. That worked out. Not how I wanted, but it is fine. Yeah. Cell. The universal fluid cells, so many types. Yeah, I think I would need... Well, I guess I can still craft those manually. I've been delaying doing any double plates until I had the bending machine, but I probably shouldn't. There's no reason to wait for the bending machine. Just for that. It's kind of a pointless delay. I have to decide if I need to... Actually, sodium persulfate might be better. Yeah, salt and sulfuric acid gets the bisulfate. Because hydrogen and sodium persulfate... That's a pain. Iron chloride's probably easier. I already have an easy enough source of chlorine. Hydrogen, iron 3 chloride. It should be just... Wait, where do you even start? Iron 3 chloride. It's hydrochloric acid and iron powder. Okay. They just start on the less useful one. Yeah, I'd have to get sulfuric acid, which I think is not easy. I mean, hydrogen and chlorine, that's pretty easy to get hydrochloric acid. Because I can just get chlorine. Export. And not, I need to make sure I don't delete my chlorine when I'm processing it from sodalite or whatever. Yeah, there's a few ways. I guess, is the hydrochloric acid used up? Is the big thing. So the chlorine, no, here. 3HCl gets the hydrogen and the chloride. No, it produces this. This gets used up. You just have the hydrogen, so you have to reproduce the chlorine. Rock salt works well there. That's probably better. I settled for the simplest option to get enough chlorine for the solar silicon, which sodalite was the simplest, but that's not a good long-term solution. Though I do need silicon, so that's actually not terrible. Just the 11 makes it a little more awkward to work with. But I can get the silicon as a byproduct. But long term, it's not a good idea. Long term, I guess salt is probably better. Oh, I'm making the chlorine overclock. No, that's too real. A chlorine-based weapon is too historically accurate. I'm making the sodium overclock. Explodes when in contact with water. They could do, no, they couldn't do that. There's nothing water-based. I've got the diodes. I just need the circuit boards. I don't want to do the inefficient gold, so I should get the iron. Okay, let's get a stack of iron into a macerator. Yeah. It had been a while since I had played before I started playing this mod pack. Actually, not, I mean, only a few years, but... Okay. This is untidy. I don't understand the prioritization. It really doesn't make sense to me. Like, I would have thought it would prioritize the first one in the list, but it prioritized the second one. Okay, iron dust is processing now. I need to get drawers. I should set up drawers to store all this stuff. But I'm getting the iron, which will all be in here, which I can then mix with the chlorine and the hydrochloric acid. How much do I need? How expensive is it? Okay. 10 circuit boards per 1,000 liters, not bad. Well, I would need a structure to store the resources in. So I need at least drawers for that, even with logistics pipes, I think. Or I need a lot of chests. At the very least, more chests or drawers. I'm just stalling. I think eventually... Unrouted. Mostly just these recipes. Oh wait, didn't this recipe... Yeah. I should make reinforced glass. Oh yeah, this was actually the issue. This was why I was delaying. I didn't want to make a cutting machine, but I've already made one. So I don't really have much more reason to be lazy. Oh yeah, actually I can do diamond chests now that I have a cutting machine as well. The cutting machine was unnecessarily draining or limiting certain elements of progress. What am I doing? I'm trying to figure out... Not that anymore. I should probably mark... This can sit for... You know what, that? I should put this down so that I don't forget. This is the recipe that I'm going to follow. Oh, it's here that control shift. I need to craft something. Actually, I need to make dense obsidian at some point. This, I need that, which is crafted this way. Hydrochloric acid is hydrogen and chlorine. The chlorine can be salt or the other one. For now, it's going to be the other one just because I have a lot of it. But here is where I should probably do this. Yeah. I think most of the names are actually relatively descriptive. I guess I could follow the quest chain. If I could find the quest chain. Basic automation, no. Logistics with pipes. So, unrouted, basics, the power. Ooh, I'm not gonna be able to power stuff over there right away. I'm gonna have to set stuff up. Provider. When you open the interface, grid, pick what items that the module can provide. So it has inherent filters. Then you can request stuff, remote requests. As long as you're in range with a request pipe, the remote orderer can take the order and send it to a request pipe the orderer binds to. It's funny, the authors basically, nope, it's kind of not that useful. Crafting table recipes. Ooh, actually. I don't think it's that helpful at this stage, but it is also not very cheap. We craft 5 though. Yeah. I'm picturing it as very slow and having a habit of leaving items in and stuff, which might be unfair. Fluid storage provide. Yeah, probably getting to about what here, and some of those is about the limit. Item sinks. There's a bunch of item sinks. Modules or chassis. Item sink module can be used. Assign the storage of a connected inventory with at most 9 different types of items. Okay. You see, item sink can be used for items. Get those machines. Use chassis. Okay, so you can basically just use the crafting module to send recipes to machines? Do not use auto output. Treat the item as a item inserted into the system rather than an item requested by the system. Oh, that's very involved eventually, but I was gonna make some of these. Extrude a... Do I have any silver here? I'm gonna do 4 for now. Rings. Double aluminum means if I'm doing... I need 32... No, I'm not using 32 aluminum. I'm gonna do half that. Too expensive for now because I'm not actually producing aluminum as fast as I probably should be. And this crafts in a basic medium voltage assembler. Set to 1. Then I hammer this. So that'll give me 2, which will be enough for working with iron chloride. Hydrogen there. Hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid needs chlorine. Chlorine needs this to be turned off. And more inventory space. It's gonna be very annoyingly loud for a minute. I actually did clean. I guess I do the usual dump everything in a chest because I don't have any chests. Ooh. I don't even need to make the reinforced glass. I can just chop it right away. Probably not all of it. That uses 4. I get 2 per. Yeah, it should be good. So 4 of these should be enough. Okay, I don't need fire charge. I do need everything else. Not in my inventory, but gonna need to add more water soon. Now is the time. Sure, I want the full inventory. Now I dump all this. Clean all the sodalite. Then I can process the sodalite. Get 32 buckets worth of chlorine. Forgot about that. Did I interact with that too soon, maybe? Magnets. Quite convenient. Okay, so that is about 5, oh, almost 6. Almost 6 buckets per stack. So I need a little over 5 stacks to be processed. Just stay there. Sugar. Sugar can go away for now. This... Why is it inputting the sugar? I really don't get it, but it's fine. So the lazurite in the electrolyzer produces aluminum dust. Oh shoot, lazurite, not sodalite. Sodalite's the one that I need. Whoops, that's fine. I still get all the components. Ah, which I guess makes sense. I guess it doesn't pull based on what is useful. It just pulls based on if it can pull. You know what? Let's stop processing the redstone for a bit. That, oh wait, can I? No, I can't self-feed, because it wouldn't need to self-feed. I just need to feed out and feed in. Sodalite is a simple source. Get a couple, 2 stacks ready. To get enough chlorine to get started at least. This makes this electrolyze 11, 3 silicon, 4 sodium, bunch of aluminum. Yeah. The aluminum's kind of the big... The aluminum's so weird, you can't use it until you get Canthal. Once you have Canthal and high voltage, you can actually get aluminum with less pain, I think. Actually, I would just need 1 chest, and then I can input, output using 1 item conduit, I think. Also diamond chest. Yeah, okay, that's really easy. I just need to make a bunch of diamond blocks. We'll have to figure a bunch of processing. I think the chips are just useless. Maybe not. I can convert them into flawed, and then normal, and then flawless. Yes. Going here for 4 plates instead of a bunch of other junk. Okay, 9. I probably don't want to use all of these. I will use 36. Wait, that would be 4 blocks. Sure. Wait, yeah. I think that's the correct math. I didn't grab the item conduit that I was there for. That's fine, because it can take a little bit, so... Diamond chests will be nice. It's weird that they feel like they're probably easier to get than gold chests. Or less annoying. Which isn't really very accurate. I guess it does require a medium voltage assembler, which just inherently makes it more expensive. Wait, I didn't. Oh, did I use up my conduits right there? I must have. Oh, what a shame. Guess I need to make more. Which means I need more electrum. Which means I need silver. I'm still going. Got a couple stacks of that. Okay. Silver. Hey, I didn't forget this time. Silver and gold. Silver and gold. I don't have a lot of silver. Probably used most of it making electrum. It's a ton of soldering alloy. Let the electrum process, then I need to make a bunch of pipes. And then I can just use polyethylene. This holds 16 liters. I'll go with half a stack for now. Sorry. My inventory just keeps getting worse, which is my own fault. I should definitely do logistic stuff. Is there anything that actually consumes sodium? It has an obvious use. A lot of these just loop back around because the sodium is serving the purpose as a catalyst-y material. I guess the sodium persulfate consumes the sodium. Does the ruby juice... Sodium hydroxide. I guess that's the way to go? Yeah, the sodium gets consumed. Okay. Gallium hydroxide, sodium water gets sodium hydroxide. It doesn't use a lot, but it does consume it. So that's, I guess, the main drain of sodium in the foreseeable future. Yeah. I guess I could... The iron 3 chloride seems awkward. So if I could get a better... It's a question of whether I can reliably set up a sulfuric acid system. Sodium persulfate comes from sodium bisulfate. And then I can make sodium chloride with just sodium and chloride? Or chlorine. In various ways. Magnesium chloride does sodium gets salt and magnesium. That does not look promising. No, it does not. It's used in the titanium production, so long term that will be important. Yeah, a lot of that seems very important to work on. I need to figure out if I can get... Like, the iron chloride seems better right in this moment. Easier to get. It's still not easy. So if the sodium is... Sulfuric acid is its own issue. The sodium hydroxide, I guess, is what I... Yeah, I just do sodium hydroxide for that first step. To make the sodium bisulfate. That part's easy. Hydrogen sulfide. It's all sulfur based, obviously. Water, oxygen, sulfur dust right there is not an option outside of a large, isn't it? Because this path is not crazy. Yeah, I guess I should be looking at getting the sulfur more than looking at whether there's any alternatives. Whether there's like a wooden way. Guess I can check hydrogen sulfide, sulfur dioxide. Sulfuric apatite mix. Darkwood saplings? That doesn't look approachable. Except I could probably just farm darkwood if you can get darkwood bonsais. That looks like the intended renewable way. Except apatite isn't renewable. I don't think. I mean, the answer could just be I have to mine, which is not the most fun. Or bees. I don't think I want to do bees, though. I've been looking on the Greg Tech, well, it's technically GT New Horizons, I think, on the wiki. Bee breeding is a nightmare. There's so many factors and so much stuff you need to do. Like, you want an alveary, but it takes like at best 4.5 hours, at worst like 20 plus. Oh, it's such a crazy process. Oh yeah, I might as well grab the Electromom here. Weird stacking. I know why it did, but it was still weird. I'll turn half of those into pipes. They need to be the small electrum variety. I mean, I could also just set up oil. That's technically an option. Like, I absolutely could just accept that doing both is not bad. Oh yeah, how's my creosote doing? It was low and I just didn't even do anything to fix that. I think fine for now. I need to get those running low voltage gas turbines as well. Running it all on benzene. Or mostly on benzene. We need water. And I'm here to give water because I'm too inefficient to set up lubricant. I mean, the lubricant actually, I could just be running it constantly. Just distilling creosote at all times. That would probably be worth it. I just have refined glue sitting there. Oh, not doing a very good job about a lot of this. Okay, first things first. Those should not be where... Actually, this is here. This is here. I should be centrifuging all that as well. It's gonna take a long time because I'm not using efficient. The efficient option. Okay. I've gotten a bit off track because I need this. Which I was processing sodalite. And I left this running because I might as well. Get the sodalite going. It's a lot of aluminum. That'll be nice eventually. Getting these diamond chests will actually help a lot. Okay, so I should now be doing the correct material. No, sodium really shouldn't go in there. Everything starting here. Good, I'm not deleting it. That would have been bad. Sodalite, lazurite. Calcium. I can make quicklime. I can make calcite dust. Kind of neat. I know I can make some useful things. I know calcium can make fertilizer. And I have a lot of ashes to work with. Just don't know if it's worth making. The fertilized earth might actually be very worth it. To set up non-crop based farms. Or IC2 based farms. But then I need the chlorine to make hydrochloric acid with hydrogen and chlorine in a chemical reactor. In a 1-to-1 ratio, which is good. Guess I'll let it all process first. Okay. I'll get 12. 12 is a nice number. This will let me make... recipe type? Recipe 1. 12 units of hydrochloric, which will let me make 4 units of iron 3 chloride. Which needs the macerated drops from over here. Once I eventually someday maybe get to high voltage, I grabbed the iron, didn't I? And threw it in a chest somewhere. That was not the iron dust here, but that's good enough. Good enough. Very messy. But that can let me craft 4 times. It's actually not that much iron dust. Actually, what recipe? No recipe number? Recipe 1. Nope, clearly I did not read that correctly. Oh. It's the iron 2 chloride that I need. No. Hydrochloric. Iron, I need the cells. Because it's not a large chemical reactor. If it was a large reactor, I wouldn't need the cells because it could output as a liquid. But since it does not output as a liquid, it's looking. Okay, that gives me that. Which I can grab here. Take this. I want 1 stack of circuit boards. 4 per, which I'm not making 1 stack, I'm making half a stack, which is actually the correct amount. You know what I should aim for. Okay, any of these new? Free magic. Always fun. Ah, my new setup has better power supply than my main area. I just have to make so many of these. And I need to fix this. I noticed that I used a 4x here off of an 8x, which is fine because I only have 2 machines, but if I don't keep track of that, I will blow up wires eventually. I think 2 is fine. I think more than 2 is where a 3rd machine would probably explode. Because they can draw extra amps when charging or whatever. The item seems to be broken? I don't know what that means. This. Ooh, actually double check the recipe. Low voltage. Good. Recipe number. Chemical reactor, not assembling machine. Which is not a number. Like they explicitly add a, hey, don't do that. Which I think is good. It's a very slow recipe. And I do not have the amount of... I should just put more gold. Just... more gold. Oh wait, this is where I should be solidifying, isn't it? Nope, you can't solidify. But I could solidify plates. 1.6 seconds to solidify. 1.2, so that's 2.8 seconds. That's 12.6 seconds instead of 19.6. It saves 7 seconds to melt it, warm it, and then bend it instead of directly bending it. That is something. How slow is this cutting machine? 768 seconds. I think that's fair. Makes some sense even. Just wish it wasn't. So slow. 32, 32, and 32. This is on recipe non-existent. Well, now a bunch of empty cells. I mean, that's 80 millibuckets. I can delete that. It'll never work. Well, I mean, it might eventually, but it'd be a real pain to get it to work out. Okay, you're out. So that's 5 more chlorine. Which is not enough, but it is a step in the right direction. So all this processing to combine electric circuits and copper wires. At some point I really do just need to mine as much copper and process it as I can. I don't have nearly enough. This recipe is close. Nitrogen doesn't look like it's necessarily worth it. It's not crazy hard to get, but it only saves like 7 seconds. It'll be better later, I imagine, but the nitrogen option itself is kind of underwhelming. We get 5, 6 total, which is pretty good. I need 1, 2 here and 4 here, so that's a lot of what I need. I have a bunch of motors. 1, 2, 3 motors. I should also have a bunch of glass. I don't have enough. I thought I had more, but I guess I have enough for this one here. Wait, no, wrong recipe. Okay, glass is sand in a extractor. With the block mold. Wrong one. I need to go collect some sand soon. got my item conduits. This should be done. And this will help. Try to go mine diamonds again soon. And figure out the best way to process them. I guess it's a sifter if I want the actual diamond itself. Or, no. This doubles, but then it's only a 45% chance. So if I just want the diamonds, it's probably better to smelt them. No, actually, that's double, so it's effectively 24%. And then flawed diamonds can be laser engraved up to normal, so it's probably best to sift them. 3 flawed diamonds. It's basically 9% for a diamond there, 24% for a diamond there, 24 there. Wait, no, this was the one. This was divided by 3, so that was... It's not this, is divided by 3. Oh yeah, it's the... if the only way to get the diamond was just the 45%, even the doubling wouldn't be worth it, I think. Because you double, it's 95. If double and everything is statistics are not that simple, but double, 90%, less than 1 on average. But these other components make up for the loss, is what I was trying to look at, basically. Okay, things to do. Place them in random locations, yes. I can put one here, and one over to process over there. It's like the whole sifting process, as slow as it is the best way, at least for now, to get at least straight up diamonds. Yeah, sure. You're gonna go there. You don't I guess that is an output. I could move it there. Insert, extract. So then, now I can put... Or can I? Can I not? I can't input on the face. I have to turn the face. There. That's a little better, I think. I think the macerator is slow. It might not be slower, but it's not ideal when you're also trying to process the ores themselves. It might even be faster. This is 1 second each. This doesn't really do the math properly. I'd have to see how it behaves. But I'm pretty sure it's slower in the macerator, like 8 every 24 seconds instead of 24 every 24. Well, that's one step. Now I have more conduits to use, and I need to check my benzene. I really need to automate this. I don't think it would be too hard. I just have to run items down and then back up. Or run the liquid. Running the liquid's probably better. Or make another super tank, fill it with benzene, and then I don't have to refill it as often. I actually think that would be worse, because then I would forget to even check for a long time, and then everything would come crumbling down. More silicon. Oh yeah, this is processing, wasn't it? That goes into the hammer. But it's going better. Small iteration. Glass should be being produced. Bronze, I need 18 aluminum plates. Make sure to set it correctly. And a bunch of wrought iron. I don't know I have charcoal in my inventory. I know I have gold nut. I don't know I have... No, I know I have gold nuggets. I just didn't put them in the chest, did I? Copper. It's going very well. Copper cables. Okay. I have to make more than 2. But 2 for now. Okay. Centrifuge is cables. Mixer is... Oops, in the other inventory. Glass and bronze. Where's the rod? That's not what I need actually. I need... No, the rotor is here. The glass. You need to go shovel a bunch of glass and just process a ton. I don't shovel glass, I shovel sand. Okay, so I've got those now. Can't power them just yet because I need to make more annealed cables. But I need sodium hydroxide. Oh, yeah, there's a line there. Sodium, water, sodium hydroxide. 40 more annealed cables. And I shouldn't be running 4x, I need more. Which I guess means more copper. The annealed copper is easier than redstone alloy. Takes more time to get redstone alloy. I just have to get processing of copper. I guess I definitely want the ruby slurry fully automated, because doing this manually would not work very well. A ruby juice, it's not a slurry. Hydrochloric ruby juice brings the hydrochloric back, so it's an easy loop. You just need to input the sodium hydroxide and crushed ruby. That's the only thing that needs to be manually input. Kind of wonder. I guess optimally you would get it to the impure pile or the purified pile. Yeah, I think optimally you would macerate it or wash it, macerate it again to get... I don't know if the red garnet's that valuable. What is it? Oh, the ore has 10%, the raw has 5% because you get more than that. So it's a compensation nerf. Compensation is usually positive. You might want the red garnet dust. You probably want at least a little. Pyrope, almandine, spessartine. That seems important. Yeah, it does a bunch of stuff. I don't think I can set that up right away though. It would get me vanadium steel more easily, but that's kind of, I guess it's needed for stainless, isn't it? Because I need a lot of chrome for stainless. Yeah, I'm just figuring, like I'm kind of debating whether I'm going to need it to be a dedicated process or not. Like its own, like this here's, I set up separate from my like active use machines so that it's reliable. It feels like it doesn't need to be separate right away, but eventually I will want it to be its own line. I think for now I can probably make do with this. Oh yeah. For sure not manually shifting between one and the other. Let's grab that in case it deletes it. It probably wouldn't, but I think I'll do engraver there, mixer, and centrifuge. Oh, you're gonna have to feed into each other. Probably just have the mixer feed that into the centrifuge and then do down and around to feed the acid back. Or down and over, really. And what temperature is hydrochloric acid? 295. I don't want to auto output fluids because the pumps do a better job than the conveyors. So I need to make a pump cover. Yeah, I don't think I have any. Okay. Means that I need some polarized iron rods. And some more tin and copper. Copper should be fine for now, but I need more soon. Is that 16? Good. Yeah, because I guess the... I already had that, okay. The recipe for stainless steel looks like it uses a lot of chrome. It's only 1 chrome per set, but you need a lot of it. It's not even that much worse than... Like, it's the same amount of chrome as vanadium steel, but it needs nickel and manganese, which are both more difficult than the vanadium steel requirements. I have gotten confused. I'm looking for rubber. And this crafts with copper. Not small. Oh no, bronze. Regular bronze. Fluid. Pipes. It should be normal. More than I need right now. Tin and tin. I'm definitely getting low on... Showing that. Just sitting resources, which I haven't mined most of these in a while, so it's actually kind of nice. How long I can go without having to mine instead of like, oh, a stack here, a stack there. Lots of junk. Need to burn the calcium. Wow. Once I can process that, that's gonna be so nice. It's gonna be so much sodium, so much aluminum. I definitely need to get the camphor stuff set up. Okay, that's still going fine. Need more gold, but that's kind of not pressing. Put this back in the laser. Still sitting around. More chests. So the optimum process is putting tin to get tin rods. Maybe not. Maybe it's better to melt these. I mean, resource in, resource out. It's still fine. Oh yeah, melt it. 1.2 seconds. Then solidify it into rods. No, you can directly solidify into screws. Takes 2.5 seconds each though. Makes it much more uncertain. And then solidifying into bolts. Cutting machine quadruples there. No, that's definitely slower. Okay, it's definitely better to do that whole process. Or to do it directly, which is reasonable. Oh, I only need 2 of these. Need the rest. Oh, you know what? Yep, I knew it. I already had a bunch. Tin. And wrench plus screwdriver. Okay. This will let me pull from here. Oh shoot, I actually should connect that to the machine. That will be much easier to work with. transport. Go there. Then I guess temporarily this will do items out the top. Pushing the problems further down. It'll not it won't fill up soon. Well, yeah, actually I'm running fairly consistently, so yeah, it's getting lower. That's good silicon for now. It's not self-feeding, but... So, I've got that. I just need hydrochloric acid, chlorine, hydrogen. Same process as I've already been working with. Sodium hydroxide. It also gets gallium. If I had gallium hydroxide. Which I don't think... Yeah, that's not the way. It's sodium and water. I guess I go for 20 crafts of this to get 60, and then that will be a good enough starting point. I need to sleep. Then I can get, assuming exactly 50%, it should be 9 times 60, which would be 450 ruby ore processes, which is going to take a while, so it's not quick. So it's 225 chrome, which will be plenty until I need to craft more important stuff. Unless I'm doing the math wrong. Wow, that fills really slowly compared to the Greg Tech machines. It is kind of worth noting. Wait, how's my sodalite? Because I need more chlorine. That's terrible looking, but I can't drop it all. I have to control Q. This is not the way to do this. But oh, okay. I'll need an item filter or something, I guess. Because it's not intelligent. Can this not go in there? No, it can. Why is it drawing from that first then? It's a weird prioritization that I think is Greg Tech. The Greg Tech machines seem to have a tendency to want to feed in whatever was used last. Which is helpful a lot of the time, but I don't think that's how item conduits work, but maybe I'm misremembering. Yes, any more of that. I got the 20 water. I have to use up the iron chloride. Which means that I need another 56 gold. Oh wait, actually it's easy. If I get 4 foil, if it's 4 foil per ingot, Then I see 16 ingots. Which I don't currently have. So let's go grab one more. Then I can use up the iron chloride, which will hopefully give me enough circuits for the next little while. And I won't have to make any more until until I need to. Kind of a nothing thing to say. But advanced cutting machines needed for the quest, even if it's not actually needed for the current wafer processing. Bending machine is probably not needed yet, but it can let me get a void filter, void upgrade. And I really might need a void upgrade. I need to go check this. Oh yeah, I'm still halfway because I cut it down to a quarter. This is going fine. I don't need a void upgrade for a little bit. Hopefully. Yeah. Ooh, this one might fill up though. Which means that I should connect more of the creosote ovens. Which I did do. I did connect more creosote ovens. I guess oh yeah, I can actually connect them properly. I guess I'll get to doing that. Yeah, I'll connect this line. Kinda wish they didn't connect everywhere, but then I need a wrench, so. Not needing a wrench is nice. Okay. So how do I want to make it look? Probably close sides of these need to be disconnected. It's a bit of a weirdly, just an oddly connecting conduit. It really likes to connect to everything, even if it can't actually interact. It doesn't seem like it can interact with the GregTech pipes, but maybe there's some specific context where it can be used. They're just very friendly, and they want to get to know their neighbors. So I can disconnect that. So these should feed in and out now. Which means that I can reclaim a lot of stuff. My inventory is full of garbage, but almost none of it is actual garbage. It's just stuff that I'm in the middle of working with, but letting myself get sidetracked. That might need to stay. Oh wait, it's not connected there, so I can get rid of some of those lines. That might be working. These should all be in and out. Yes, that processor got emptied. Got one more line to set up. And then just hope that I'm actually producing enough wood to keep up with it. So getting all these back is really nice. Yeah, tin item pipes are not very helpful, but getting all the conveyors back is useful for crafting low voltage stuff. Why am I doing this again? Because I want to make sure I have enough power. So I need to make sure I don't get too sidetracked constantly, which I'm prone to in this. I need to put that gold into the bending machine. I need to get the iron chloride all used up. And then I'll be good to go. It looks way better now. Oh. Hee. That's goofy. Now it's better. Don't need multiple connections to the same machines. Yeah, main line has no connections, and the offshoots will have the connections. Yeah, it's going well. Now I have to hope that I have enough wood production. But I have enough backlogged. I have, what, 400 stacks of wood? That's enough of a backlog of wood that even if it's draining, it will last a long time. Almost 500 stacks. So yeah, that's a non-issue. I've been carrying this around for a long time. Wait. I've been carrying this around for the oxygen that is an output from the magnesium and silicon path. That is something that I should really set up soon. Because otherwise, I will just forget about it. That's not the right amount. Well, extra is better than too little. No, wait. 4 times 16 is 64. I'm bad at math. Remarkable. Wait, was I processing anything in here? No, good. Okay. Sidetracked. Waiting for that to process. The water will need to go with the sodium. Water and sodium. I still need the cutting machine, bending machine, all that. That can wait for now. I can start making that. Gold wires, reinforced plate, aluminum rods. Aluminum rods. Yeah, that's not too bad. I just need, if I'm making 2 stacks, then I need 1 ingot per long rod. 4 ingots. I'm running out of aluminum. Running out of aluminum. As always. Ooh, power. What's complaining about power? That shouldn't be. Oh, was this running and this was running? It must have been this was running and that was running. And that. And all this other stuff. Reducing the amps that could be provided to supplement these turbines. Now, why is it not running right now? Oh, it's full of water. I forgot that I needed to deal with that. Maybe that's why it made a noise. You are too jelly to use this. What a weird choice. Darn, I can't just craft it to delete it. There's probably a lot of stuff I could do with this. Can I place water from a... Darn. You can't use that here. You shall not use this item. Wonder if there's any other weird interactions. Interesting. It is just a bunch of randomized options. I guess I just can find... I guess easy. I can just void it. If I can just output from the super tank. Okay, this is not needed. Actually, can I... So if I put this there. Convenient. I don't need to pick that up. I can just delete water that way. Which needs to be fixed, but I don't want to craft one of those right now. Well, that's doing a lot better. Wonderful. Okay, I think my goal for today will be to process some ruby dust. Which means that I need the hydrochloric acid, which means I need this to finish up. Once that finishes up, I can make hydrochloric acid and I can make the sodium stuff. To do that, I need to get the chlorine. Okay. So this is needed. I will need the hydrogen, but that can wait. Actually, I will need those. I might as well carry all that. Those go together. I'll keep my weapon. That should be fine. Now I just need buckets. Now I get clean the soda light to get one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ooh, even better. Okay. Only one, okay. Not quite good enough to be helpful. Okay, let's double check that this is the correct chemical blue dye. Interesting. Did I get myself confused? Yeah, here. Okay, good. This can get me my chlorine for now. I should make like 30 super tanks. I don't think I can. I don't have the aluminum. Well, no, the polyethylene. I don't have enough polyethylene right now. But I think that would be best use of my... It'd be a good use of time so that it's a little less crafting stuff in relatively small batches. Yeah, I'll just have to get a lot of I'll just have to make sure that I use I mean 6 polyethylene per tank. It's not even that expensive. Super tank. And it's only low voltage circuits, which are not trivial. I guess I'll need to make more pulse. Yeah, that and the electric pump. Electric pump's actually not bad. I think that'd be a good... Oh. Well, that's good to know. It would be a good task. Unless that's what I... No, I would have put that in here. Yep. I think that'd be a good task to work on eventually. Not today. I think today I'm going to do chrome. Or finish like getting the ruby dust going. And then I'll probably call it there. I've been thinking about what I want to do. I think tomorrow... will be more... I'm confusing myself. Actually, do need to process the rubies. Tomorrow I'm gonna do more deep rock because that's been fun. And then the day after that, I might try Baba Is You or the Sea and Sky. One of those two. Those seem like the most interesting to try. You know what? My bad. Sodalite to wash. Turn. Yes, going well. I guess I'll do the basic ruby. I won't process it further down because I don't have the appropriate steps for it to be worthwhile. I was there to forge hammer. You know what? I'll just do it by hand. What's that? That. And... with 8 per ingot. which means 2 ingots. I should have checked that. The iron chloride should be done by now. I should be able to make the hydrochloric acid. Or the sodium is probably better to make first. Or to work with first. But foil, no, not foil, wire. Number 3. Oh. I need 16 per. I forgot I was making double. Oh well. That crafts in a low voltage with nothing on 18. Good. I'm not planning ahead. I'm just jumping too much. I should have done the math. But this processing, now I can do the sodium. I can figure out the sodium recipe on the way back. Because it's sodium hydroxide. Yeah, that number 1 produces hydrogen, which makes sense because hydroxide OH, H2O, OH. It's on recipe 1, which means that I can do... Oh, wait. Did I really put my sodium away? No. It's the wrong location there. I figure what to do. I guess I really need a consumer of hydrogen at some point. It can wait. And I could also super tank the hydrogen. Yeah, that's good for now. I'll need more tanks than that, so I guess I'll have to use one of these and the rest in those. That's gonna make the sodium hydroxide. Use the hydrogen to make the hydrochloric. I guess this hydrochloric acid will stay as hydrochloric acid, so if I make like 64, then that will consume 64. So I'll need a lot of chlorine. That'd be nice, yeah. Well, 64. No, 64 is bad. Because internal buffer is 16. Oh, no, these are 32. Which means I could do 64. But 64, yeah. Might be better to go a little under. But it probably shouldn't matter. 64 should be fine. Oh, the ruby juice here. Produces the ruby juice in 2 seconds. Processes it in 2.25. So this will sit full. The ruby juice will fill up, but it will still cycle. This has an internal buffer. Yeah. 64 is the way to go. Okay, I need more to use these. I have a bunch more crafted. So many diamond chests. Get to actually use them. Yeah, keep processing. No, those go in here. I guess this will actually trigger the quest. Do they actually need me to do each of these steps? It looks like they do. It's a little silly. Oh, no, that one's optional. Okay, that's fine. This being optional means that it's completely fine. I was thinking if it wasn't optional, it would have been a huge waste of time. Oh, it's only one. I thought it was 3 for some reason. Okay, so tiny piles. What a recipe. This is where a drawer would be kind of nice. But I guess I can just do a chest. Oh, barrel. That works. This is going to be managed manually for now. So hydrochloric acid. This and chlorine. 32. And 32. That's great. I'll get, I was going to say a stack of hydrochloric acid, but it's just 64 buckets. And then I can get chrome. The iron dust, magnesium, and vanadium are not helpful. The aluminum hydroxide, though. Cryolite. Okay, that's usable. It would need sodium hydroxide and hydrofluoric acid, though. Oh no, I'd probably blast furnace it for alumina. That's more valuable. Yeah, I just blast it for alumina. 10 seconds, 5 alumina. Yeah, okay. Oh, this is small, not tiny. Did I misjudge the size? I thought it seemed like a small amount. I thought this... Yeah. Okay, there. Ruby juice. Which needs ruby, which I have a stack. That's redstone. The ruby's still processing. Probably actually have some in a chest on this side, but might as well grab this. Redstone. What a resource. Actually, can't I consume redstone? Can't I electrolyze it? Or centrifuge it or something? Yeah, I can centrifuge it for ruby dust, mercury, pyrite, and silicon. Doesn't look very efficient though. But it's an option. Okay, so first step. Check on the chlorine. It's most of the way there, but not there yet. So first step, crushed and tiny. Crushed, tiny, hydrochloric. On recipe 1. Gets me the ruby juice. I'll wait till the 16 goes through. Then I'll pick them all up. I get the alumina hydroxide and chrome. It's a funny quest. It calls for only 1 cell, but you could get unlucky and not get it within the 1. So I'm surprised it doesn't call for like 8. When so many of these other ones do require bulk. Okay, there's the cell. which then gets processed on number 1. And now it's cycling. And I already got the chrome. Sweet. Cranberry juice. Okay. So that will run with basically no problems. And that is so much better than getting chrome the other way. I'm glad I spent the time. Oh. So I don't need the... You can actually screwdriver the face? Is that... Do they explain it in the screwdriver page? Wherever that is? Is it like a higher tier component that it needs to, that you can screwdriver to make them go into each other? Where's my screwdriver? Oh, there it is. So I mean, if I input from output side allowed. Okay, that's much simpler. These are empty. Oh wait, but that doesn't work. Because my current function was that the items output up. I guess I could put... Can I put a pump? Yeah, I'm also confused. I've lost myself. Oh, I didn't set auto output for fluids. So if I, okay, so that means that if I grab this, put it there, clearly I clicked one. Oh, that might make sense if I didn't configure this. Export, allow input. I have to open the interface. And that's simpler than piping it under. I wonder why it... There's probably a good reason that it requires specific, oh, what? Where'd the 16 liters of chlorine come from? Oh, I know where. Right here. I gotta get this to process. Wow, actually like the perfect amount of sodalite. Silicon, sodium, aluminum, calcium, everything I need. Wow, so much chrome. Like actually a usable amount of chrome. Wonderful. I actually don't need the additional hydrochloric. It's clearly enough at its current... Actually, no, it shouldn't. It's not necessarily enough, right? Because this is slower, which means this should go through hydrochloric acid faster than it gets it back. So having extra is not bad. I got lost. This is crafted with the wires. Yeah, being able to get alumina. Nitrogen. That. I can't do that, can I? That's the chlorine, not the... Chlorine. Hydrogen. Because the recipe calls for individual cells, you can't do 32 at a time. Makes sense. Get the hydrogen in there. But that's already full. Yeah, getting that supply of the aluminum hydroxide. I mean, the best way has to be just blasting it. But I can't do that yet until I have high voltage, which isn't actually far. I just need to do the silicon wafer quest, which needs an advanced cutting machine, but I could also just make the... Oh yeah, I need that for this anyway. Oh no, I can just laser a green lens. I don't know if I have that yet. I don't remember if I made the emerald lens, or if I just got the emerald for it. It looks like I didn't. I should double check that that works. ULPIC, wafer, emerald, yeah, okay. So I should be able to make those. Then the ultra low power needs a medium voltage cutting machine. Yeah, I can't do that segment. But I can make my laser. Wow. Wow. So good. And it just works. The only issue is how do I... You can't input that, so I guess I have to temporarily block the output. Hello. Yeah. I was approaching wrapping up for the night. I could chat for a bit. Okay, got all the hydrochloric acid. But yeah, it's not that much vanadium and stuff, but it's neat. Ooh, I got slightly under rate, but barely. Yeah, I wanted to just get that chrome system that I got. But it's all good, I guess. I'll be back at the, same time I always am tomorrow. And then I'm gonna play a different game in 2 days from what I've been playing recently. Puzzly game, one of 2 games, not decided yet. Oh. The limited preview, but still complicated to work with. I guess I should look for my ruby dust that I should have in one of these chests. They should have like half a stack, I thought. Yep, purified ruby. But yeah. But like, not the full version, but still pretty feature rich considering it's a preview. Huh. Clearly I'm, oh, does it? No, purified ruby that, hydrochloric. Purified ruby that, hydrochloric. I have confused myself. Oh. Did I accidentally turn that off? Yeah, I must have. Actually, I guess I need hydrochloric acid for another recipe. So I don't actually need to use it all here. So I'll add this much more and then I can have it cycling properly. Because now I've got tons of chrome. Which is very important. Has it been, just I guess briefly, it's been a struggle? Yeah. I mean, I think that probably makes sense to me. It fits that it's a challenge, given that it's probably, you know, the rarity of habitable zones and all that. I could make this, I couldn't make that. Once I have those, I can make medium voltage. I need more aluminum. I get the medium voltage hatch. Then I can work on chemical bath, making coolant, and I can make canthal. Canthal, hot canthal, canthal dust, aluminum. Oh, just pure aluminum dust, pure chrome dust, and iron powder. That's actually pretty cheap. I could probably start making the dust. I just have to figure out how much I need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 16 for this, and 9 up there. 25. And 2x is 1 ingot each. That's 8 ingots per. Should be 200 ingots, which is a lot. Oh yeah. I could get the first step going, make it a little quicker for when I eventually need to process it later instead of being delayed later by the mixing step. But I need 200 canthal. Which needs the chemical bath with the coolant, which you can cool and cycle, I think. Hot canthals, canthal dust, oxygen, or oxygen's probably worth it. Yeah, 60 seconds to cool in a chemical bath, and then you have to cool the coolant. Which will be interesting with the vents and stuff. It's good. I guess the full version kind of provides more information to balance it with. Yeah. The description here seems straightforward-ish. But yeah, does it auto like self-feed? Or do you have to feed the hot back in and then cool it with the cover? Because that's where it might get more complicated. Noble gases. Love it. Okay, so that's at least a little bit of simplicity. So that's not awful. Getting the cantho. 200 divided by 3 is not a good number. I need to make 67 sets of dust. Sets. Actually, I just scroll till I get to over 200, huh? 201. Which means that I will need 67 chrome, which isn't actually that bad. I guess, like, if everything dies on like a multi-million year scale, like hundreds of millions of years, maybe that's realistic. I don't know. I imagine it's not necessarily realistic, but just seems funny to, well, not really very, very funny to think about, you know, mass extinctions regularly occurring. Bunch of iron. Sweet. Okay. I can mix all the ingots I need. Which I'll get the mixing started, but it's going to take a while, and I'm going to wrap up for today. Ooh, and then I won't be back to, today is Tuesday. If I do something else on Thursday, I either need to do this on Friday. I was considering not doing it on Friday, but I don't want to go until, I mean, Sunday's not, from Tuesday to Sunday feels very easy to forget what I was doing. There's chrome in my redstone. Yeah, okay, I can get redstone to ruby dust to get chrome. Yeah, it was difficult. I think I might have gotten the gist of your intentions, but that might be, maybe it's realistic not be able to see it. I don't know. Because I imagine there's no, I mean, there are no living people that have ever seen that. The physicist would know. You know everything. Okay, so I have to mix a bunch of cantho, which is circuit 1. 1, 2, 3. This will take a very long time because I'm gonna have to babysit it a bit, but that's fine. But sadly, it's probably time that I should stop for today. But I'm happy with my progress. I'm actually getting closer to being able to do the cantho coils. Yeah. Thanks for watching and chatting. It was fun talking about the games, like the puzzle games and stuff. And I really think on Thursday, I'm probably going to try to play one of them because it'd be fun. Yeah, it's fun chatting, even if you came a little bit at an unfortunate timing. But I'll be back tomorrow with more rocking and stoning, which stoning kind of is not a good verb. Stoning's not a good verb. This kind of multiple meanings. But yep, it was fun. Have a nice day, night, evening, morning. Bye-bye.